Hi all of you awesome scuba divers out there, welcome to Scuba Diving Magazine and welcome to Ask Mark, our scuba diving Q&A, where I, Mark, a former scuba diving instructor, do my best to answer your scuba diving questions. If you do have any scuba diving questions, by all means pop them down in the comment section of this video. Use this Ask Mark hashtag either at the beginning or the end. It doesn't really matter, but as long as it's typed out, it gets filtered behind the scenes so that I can see it. I do answer it as soon as I can, and the community as well does a great job of answering any unanswered questions. So if you do see any unanswered questions in the comments, by all means let them know the answer. Today I'm answering a question from Marty Bess about marking bolt snaps. So Marty Bess says, great video, quick question, love the rubber you applied to the bolt snap. What did you use and how did you apply it? Keep up the good work. Yeah, so there are various ways of marking your bolt snap so that other divers don't steal them. As many of you know, I'm quite partial to a nice bolt snap, and many divers mark theirs in a particular way so that they're easily identified. It's not unusual to share bolt snaps, especially double enders. So at the end of the day, and you're just like trying to recover your kit, it's easier if they're marked in some kind of way. There are a few different ways of doing it. A few divers use like an old section of spool line, and you can like wrap it around and then tuck it under it and then pull it nice and tight and then melt it on, so it's marked up. Yeah, which is fine, but eventually they do tend to unravel, so you need to sort of replace them. Electrical tape as well, a few twists of electrical tape, but again, over time that tends to unwind. Personally, I use what's it called, like heat shrink wraps. Yeah, so these are, I think it's mainly for like electronics, and they come in various like widths or sizes. They come in like very small sizes. That's far too small. You really need quite wide. It shrinks down quite a lot, and all I really do is just cut off a small section of that. It has to be like short enough to be able to either fit over the main like hook, or with the gate open you can kind of feed it up and around and then over there, and then just heat it so that it like contracts. And yeah, touch wood, that's been the best way that I've found to mark my my bolt snaps. They also have writing on them, so if you find a really nice section that just happens to have like your initials or something, would be perfect. But if they have like a certain section that says something, perfect, because that's still there when you melt it down. I did experiment with I think this was just a rubber band, yeah, like a rubber band underneath it. And it's still there. The rubber band is kind of deteriorating now, but the actual heat shrink wrap is still in good condition. I suppose you could tie a section of cave line, tie a small knot, and then put the heat shrink over the top of it, and wherever you tie that knot, just make it very like conspicuous, and yeah, you can identify it. The main thing is obviously don't cover up the I don't know what you called it, the trench as it were, wherever the piston has to go into, because then you won't be able to use the bolt snap and open up the gate. So this is the biggest stuff that I have with my nice compact measuring stick. This is 26 mil across, and that fits over most of the head. So yeah, you'd have to cut a section to be able to like fit it into the bolt snap and then loop it around over the trigger so you could fit it on. The smaller stuff you might be able to, so yeah, 26 mil gets a decent size, and yeah, you can loop it over. It's not particularly expensive, and it is useful for other things like around the house, just to help keep things together. So kind of slide it over hoses and like wiring, and yeah, it just helps to just bind things together, and yeah, to identify your bolt snaps. Any other questions, by all means, pop them down in the comment section underneath this video. Use this #AskMark hashtag to get it featured in an up and coming video. And of course, remember to head over to our website, scubadivingmag.com, check out the latest scuba diving news, and subscribe to the channel here on YouTube if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, everybody, and of course, safe diving.